Join me as I dive deep into the brutal history of Attila the Hun and see if I can unravel the truth behind this infamous conqueror. In this video, you'll explore the brutal history of Attila the Hun, a key figure in the fall of the Roman Empire and a pivotal force in ancient history. The Roman Empire was already dealing with internal conflicts, corruption, and external pressures when Attila rose to power. The empire's weakening structure made it vulnerable to foreign invasions, and Attila saw an opportunity to capitalize on this. He launched a series of devastating attacks on the empire, pushing it to the brink of collapse. The empire's military was overstretched, trying to defend its vast territories from multiple threats, including the Huns. This led to a series of costly battles that drained the empire's resources and manpower. Meanwhile, Attila's armies were highly mobile and adaptable, using lightning-fast cavalry attacks to devastating effect. The empire's economy was also in shambles, with inflation, corruption, and a declining tax base. This made it difficult for the empire to fund its military campaigns, leading to further decline and instability. Attila's campaigns only added to the empire's economic woes, as he looted and pillaged his way across Europe. The empire's people lived in fear of Attila's wrath, as he was known for his brutal tactics and merciless treatment of his enemies. Despite the empire's efforts to resist, Attila's armies continued to push deep into Roman territory. The empire's leaders were forced to make humiliating concessions to Attila, including paying him massive tributes in gold and silver. This only emboldened Attila, who saw the empire as a ripe target for conquest. His ultimate goal was to sack Rome itself, and he was willing to do whatever it took to achieve it. Attila's origins are shrouded in mystery, but it's believed he was born around 406 AD in modern-day Hungary. He rose to power through a series of brutal power struggles, eliminating his rivals and solidifying his control over the Hunnic Empire. Attila's military tactics were highly unconventional, relying on speed, surprise, and terror to intimidate his enemies. He was a master of psychological warfare, using propaganda and manipulation to demoralize his foes. Attila's campaigns took him across Europe, from modern-day Germany to Italy and even the outskirts of Constantinople. He was a merciless leader, leaving destruction and devastation in his wake. His armies were known for their brutality, slaughtering entire villages and cities that refused to submit to Hun rule. Attila's own legend grew as he campaigned across Europe, with many regarding him as a god-king or a supernatural being. Attila's military tactics were highly effective, using his cavalry to outmaneuver and encircle his enemies. He was a master of the battlefield, adapting his tactics to suit the terrain and his opponents. Attila's most famous battle was the Battle of the Catalonian Plains, fought in modern-day France. Although the battle was technically a defeat for Attila, it marked a turning point in his campaign, as he began to face stiff resistance from the Roman Empire and its allies. The Battle of the Catalonian Plains was a brutal and bloody affair, with heavy losses on both sides. Attila's armies were eventually forced to retreat, but he still managed to extract concessions from the empire. The battle marked a significant shift in Attila's campaign, as he began to face more determined resistance from the empire and its allies. Despite this, Attila continued to campaign across Europe, leaving destruction and devastation in his wake. Attila's legacy is complex and multifaceted, with many regarding him as a brutal tyrant, while others see him as a brilliant military leader. He left an indelible mark on European history, shaping the course of empires and civilizations for centuries to come. Today, Attila is remembered as both a legendary leader and a ruthless conqueror, his name synonymous with brutality and terror. Thanks for watching. What do you think about Attila's legacy? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to check out my other videos on ancient history.